Hervey's already left the club, as you saw, and Candymere, we've had a bid for him. Candymere is a central defender that I never really use. He's OPR of 58 and 32 years old, so he's really not, as you can see from his development chart, just going down all the time. He's not in my plans at all. Apparently we've got some leeway for negotiation if I really want to, but since I really want to free up wages, then I'm just going to say goodbye. So as you can see there, plus 630 on the wages, which is not a lot, but it all adds up. So see you later, Candymere. I think we can go into having a look at our opponents because we've got a game coming up very soon. So if we just leave that, yeah, we're playing Cardiff in our opening match. Cardiff, I always find, are a difficult side to play in PES. So boys, how do I feel right now? Seriously, could use a pint. That's cold pint. Well, we're not bothered about the title. Would we say we're ready for them? It's a speech to make the fans proud, in it. Really, that's the deal. You know, new manager in the job, and you want to make the Ridge Racer, the Ridge County fans happy. Not particularly by a win, but you know, by the right intent, getting off on the right foot, so they can see that you mean business and what your style of play, you know, is going to lead to. So Candymere has gone. So there we are, there's Cardiff. Now, one of the things that I did also in the editor way back, when I got this second hand for a tenner, was I changed the opposition to utilise fluid formation. The opposition in the Championship and Premier League, I believe I did. It takes a lot of time. It's kind of worth doing. But the only problem with it that I found is that the counter-attack tactic is broken, because on my rants, on my other videos to do with PES over the years, when the opposition stand still and don't do anything, or when they're attacking, let's say they're attacking you, and you touch the ball and you're in your own area, then the opposition will, as soon as you touch the ball, they'll just leg it, they'll run off. And that's the counter-attacking tactic. So I found that the fluid formations are alright, it's okay, and to the best of my ability also, what I did for the opposition was I tried to put in their best players, kind of OPR-wise and formation-wise. So, you know, within that fluid formation, players who could, let's say that they had, you know, their OPR didn't suffer too much if they were a left back and they went into left midfield, let's say, for example, or a centre midfielder going into attacking midfield, moving forward, or whatever. You know, I tried to make it so that they were at their strongest, and I also tried to pick their best kickers and stuff like that, which is something that you could do if you want, or not bother with if you don't want. But like I say, it's all right sorting out fluid formation, but the counter-attack tactic in PES is broken, because in real life a counter-attacking side won't stand there and wait for the opposition to get, like, you know, 2/3 of the way or a third of the way into their own half. You know, they don't do that. They don't run away as soon as a defender touches the ball when they've been on an attack. They won't do that. You know, counter-attacking isn't like that. And PES needs to sort that out, because it breaks the game for me. When you're standing around until the 65th minute waiting for a team that has counter-attack on it to actually bother playing you, or to bother coming forward toward the ball, you know something's wrong. So yeah, by all means, sort out your fluid formation. But my advice to you would be, if you come across a team that's got a tactic, a counter attack, just change it. Change it to something else. You know, try it out and test it and see how you feel about it. But honestly, the counter attacking tactic in PES breaks the game for me. And unfortunately, I haven't done that when I've started this playthrough. So it's something that I always meant to do and something I just kept forgetting. And in the end, I was like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, for future iterations of PES, test out the counter-attacking tactic, and then you'll have to go through it painstakingly in the editor. But you know, once you do the work in the editor, you can save it. So you know, it's worth taking the time and maybe break it down. Maybe if there's a lot of work to do in the editor, just break it down in short bites. For you know, but remember that if you start a Master League campaign before you've finished all your work in the editor, the rest of the work you do in the editor won't carry over to your playthrough. So do all your work in the editor before you start your one playthrough that matters. Okay? You can sure try things out in different playthroughs, but when you've finished all of your work in the editor, then that's the stuff you take into your real bona fide playthrough, you know? It's worth doing right, I think, to try and get the best out of this game, although this game does have other issues, as we'll come to. But anyway, that was Cardiff. Did we have a look at the OPR there, or did I just start ranting about counter-attack? I think I just started ranting about counter-attack. So yeah, so Cardiff are pretty decent, as you see. I think I mentioned before, I do have tough games against Cardiff generally when I've done playthroughs on different difficulty levels, and certainly this one on professional with the default Master League squad, as you can see, with the team coherency, whatever rating of 47, and obviously these reprobates, and Goyos isn't goal poacher yet, and none of them are really used to how I play. They're in for a bit of a shock, because these lazy shower. My team, I like them to work, so these will be getting a kick up the backside and stuff, and they still won't do it. They'll be like the donkey that you want to fudge and they won't they? They'll be like that. Except these shower will be drunk anyway. Yeah. So Cardiff next. That's going to be a tough match. We're on professional. We've just started. We have the defaults. I shall see you for that. You take care.